I'm joined here at Radlett today by Pete Waxman, Middlesex Cricket's Head of Medical Services. Waxy, first day back in training, obviously very different from normal. Huge amount of work's gone into getting Radlett ready for a biosecure training environment. Do you want to talk us through that?
Well, first of all, it's just amazing to be back and actually to be seeing some of the lads again and seeing some cricket being practiced. So, yeah, we've had a fair few weeks to get ready. We've had lots of rules and regulations to put into place, which we've been working on. We've got temperature screening and at the gate. We've got lots of hand sanitisation stations. We've got cordoned off areas. We've got obviously very strict social distancing in place. We're following the government guidelines and also the more stringent ECB and sort of sport guidelines. So it's taken a bit getting used to, and now it's really just up to the players to follow those guidelines, which is, as you say, going to be very different for them over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I know prior to me arriving here today I had to complete a week's medical screening myself and taking my own temperature every morning and filling out an online survey on an app that the ECB provided. I know you've been kind of in constant liaison with the ECB over the past few weeks to get ready for today. How useful have you found their help? And I guess they've been integral really in the experiences they've learned from the international training, which started a little earlier. That must have been really useful.
Yeah, no, it's been really useful. Obviously, when you first get into all this, you think this is a lot of hoops to jump through, but it's the only way we're going to get the sport back up and running again. We've obviously gone down a slightly different route than football and others. We're not actually having antibody and antigen testing. We're looking at symptom monitoring, and we will then isolate players as necessary but as we're socially distancing here at the ground, then it means if one player has symptoms, we don't have to shut down training. But yeah, there's been a lot of clever people working on this, and we've got a 75-page document that we're having to adhere to. But so far, so good.
Lots of homework and bedtime reading for you then.
Yeah, it's been very helpful to get me to sleep at night actually reading through those documents.
Good stuff. I guess as the lead physio at Middlesex, the fact that the players haven't bowled a ball in anger for 3 months must fill you with a few headaches and a few sleepless nights. What state are they in? How have they come back?
Yeah, well, we've been really lucky and at Middlesex in the buy-in from the players. In what we've been doing for the last 3 months, we've been having 4 or 5 times a week Zoom training sessions. We've been using kind of monitoring apps and tracking apps to look at their running and things like that. So for what they've had available to them, I think these guys are as fit as they possibly could be. But obviously one thing they haven't done is play cricket, and we know that we need a period of time to get any sportsman back up to match fitness. Now, we probably haven't got the ideal amount of time, but we're all aware of that, and I think it's more important that we actually get matches up and running. So yeah, we've only got possibly 4 weeks to get them back up to speed, but we've done everything we possibly can during the lockdown, and we're going to take things sensibly over the next 4 weeks, maybe some squad rotation and various other kind of strategies. But yeah, fingers crossed.
Obviously we're back here today, Waxy. I think I'm right in saying in phase 1 of 3, which is the phases you have to go through, slowly evolving the procedure until you get back to readiness to start on the 1st of August. Phase 1 you've explained. How do we get through phase 2 and phase 3? Does that require a huge amount more work?
Yeah, as I said, phase 1 is just one player coming in and training on their own. Phase 2 does involve they can have more meaningful nets, so bowlers can bowl batters and so forth, so we sort of small groups of 2 or 3 training at the same time, and then phase 3 is the behind closed doors squad practice and matches, basically behind closed doors matches, which will hopefully be happening from August the 1st. We've got all the protocols in place. It's just one of the reasons we go through the phases is actually to get the players used to the idea of the new ways of doing things, and it just gives us being able to tick things off ready for when we do start playing matches, and everyone knows what to do and how to do it. And so far the players have been very good at following the rules.
I suppose one final word, Waxy, is that obviously Radlett, you've gone to huge lengths to get the ground ready and biosecure to start training. I'm sure there will be Middlesex fans out there that are eager to come and watch, but as it stands and for the foreseeable future, we don't see any change to this. The ground is in complete lockdown.
Unfortunately, yes, we are completely behest to really the government guidelines on that one, and as you see with the Premier League football and all the other sports, there it is all about behind closed doors competition at the moment, minimum staffing levels, and we're just not allowed to let the audience, the people come and watch. But let's hope that could change over the next couple of months. We've hopefully got 2020 coming in September, so you never know, things might progress and we might be allowed crowds in, and I'm sure that's what the players would want more than anything, but we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Brilliant. Waxy, look, I know you're busy, you've got the players back, there will be plenty of work for you to do. Thanks ever so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks, cheers Fletch.